Hello, and welcome to Masterful Chats. I'm Rebecca Lovett, and wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Masterful Chats are short, clear, concise, illuminating conversations designed to uplift, empower, and inspire you on your spiritual path and on your life's journey. And this week's chat is going to be about artificial intelligence, the Ascension, and you. But first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm an information synthesizer, a mystical scholar, and an intuitive. And I believe with my whole heart that we are each children of God. We are all loved equally, completely, totally, and beyond measure. And remember to stay to the end of the chat because I will offer you a spiritual tool or tip that will allow you to move through this world with more ease and grace and peace. So now let's move on to our chat regarding artificial intelligence, the Ascension, and you. Artificial intelligence is in the news a lot these days. And a lot of the news out there is meant to scare us. I think it's important, once again, for each one of us to be discerning and aware and make very conscious choices as to how, when, where, and why we choose to use artificial intelligence in our lives. Artificial intelligence has been around for a long, long time. It's in our Fitbits. It's in our smartphones, our smart TVs. Our homes are monitored with artificial intelligence. The video games we play, the electronics we use, it's all artificial intelligence. And the biggest concern is that artificial intelligence will override humanity, that it will control us, that it will enslave us. Well, as always, we are very, very powerful creator beings. We have the light of God within us, and we co-create with God. And with every action, every thought, every word that we speak, we're creating not only our future, but the future of humanity and the world. So let's unpack this a little bit and talk about how to be discerning and more aware of what we do and how it impacts our lives. One of the major areas of concern is social media. There have been stories about the negative effects that algorithms within social media have had not only on the larger culture, teenagers, and individual relationships, regardless of what age a person is. As with anything, it comes down to the individual and their choices, their level of awareness, and their level of discernment. AI is so integrated in our lives these days. Sometimes it is very challenging to clearly see where we are and where AI is in terms of our interactions, in terms of the services we use, in terms of being conscious about how, when, and where, and why we are using artificial intelligence. Often, there's not a choice. When you call your cable supplier and you have to get through the robot to try and talk with a live person, it can be really, really frustrating. And because AI is so integrated in our lives, it is important that we step back, take a breath before we hit that clickbait, before we follow a path that, without questioning and without discerning if it's really in our best interest to do this and to pursue this. I do believe that there are some valid concerns. However, a lot of the fear being generated is coming from people on the planet today were also alive during the fall of Atlantis. Atlantis was a very, very highly evolved civilization, and they used a lot of artificial intelligence. And it was a factor in the fall of Atlantis. And Atlantis was a huge, huge traumatic event for humanity. And a lot of people carry that in their akash and are unaware of that fear being in their akash from previous lives. So the first thing is to be aware that that may be how you are being affected. It may be compounding the fears that you have. The second part is to realize that in everything that you do, every choice you make impacts your life and your well-being. And if artificial intelligence, really the use of it, is impacting your ability to make a living, impacting your friendships, impacting your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, then it's time to do an assessment. Because we all can get pulled off track. And artificial intelligence can be very, very addictive. Just like with alcohol, drugs, pharmaceuticals, the use of it programs neural pathways within the human brain. The good news is, however, that if we make changes, if we realize that our life is not what we want it to be, or our relationships aren't what we want them to be, that we can all make conscious choices, change our thinking, change our behaviors, and change our lives. And the use of artificial intelligence, our using of artificial intelligence, is no different. Sometimes we don't have a choice. Sometimes when we're calling customer service and we are dealing with the robot, we don't have a choice. But quite often we do. And it is in those choices, making good, solid choices for ourselves and for our well-being, that will affect not only us, but our families, our communities, and the greater good. So my suggestion is to be aware of when you use artificial intelligence, how you use artificial intelligence, and when you use artificial intelligence. It was a lifeline during COVID. To stay in contact with friends around the world and family members. But it doesn't change our basic need for the majority of people to have human contact, human interaction, face to face, in person. And it can often be used to hide and to close off and to shut down. So take a step back in your daily life. I like to keep a journal of things at times. I find it very, very useful to determine how much I'm spending on different tasks and different projects, and to be very conscious as to how much I am using artificial intelligence in my life. And that may be something that you want to try as well, just to get a broader picture. The good news is that nothing can derail the ascension of mankind or the earth. We are on track. We are moving forward. We are going to ascend. It's just a matter of the timing. After the fall of Atlantis, there were safeguards put in place where mankind could not create without the light of the Creator ever again. So Atlantis cannot occur again and will not occur again. But it is up to us as to how we move forward on the ascension track and how smoothly or chaotic it is. Be wise in using artificial intelligence. Know that you are a sovereign, Christed being, and that your future is in your hands, with every present moment moving forward, one present moment into the next present moment. And now the spiritual tool that I'd like to offer you to use in your own private practice for well-being is the emerald green color coding. This color coding represents the love of the Creator. It is one of many rays of creation, but it is one of my favorite. And so I'd like you to close your eyes and to see an emerald green stream of light, and see this stream of light come down and cover, saturate your physical body. It's soothing, it's calming, it's relaxing. Let it saturate each and every cell, atom, molecule, particle of your body. And just relax and enjoy. Thank you for being here with me today. Remember to please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until we chat again, blessings.